Hello, everybody. It's Daniel here, and welcome to Emotional English Podcast, the podcast where we learn English effortlessly, emotionally, fulfilled with energy, and of course, positively. Welcome, everybody. I want to say a couple things about my upcoming event first. So on the 28th of September, I'm having a beautiful live event in the Yekaterinsky Park. So just go there and join our great community. We're going to speak English there and learn new stuff. And actually just practice and hang out all together. So I had some bad things had happened to me, you know. I was scammed by a beautiful lady on the social medias. And you know what? That was a very nice experience because I faced this type of scam at the first time. If you don't know what is a scam, when people scam you, they steal something important from you. So when somebody's saying to you, hey, I scammed you, it means that he got something important from you, all right? And I was scammed, not much, just a little financial scam. The lady from a dating website had stolen just a little money from myself, all right? I will record the whole video. It was just a pre-scam. I followed only the pre-scam, and I'm planning to make the whole story in video. So I will post the video on all my social medias, all the platforms, and then you'll have a chance to see how everything and what went wrong. And of course, I'll do it in English, so we will learn how to avoid financial scams, and you will have a chance to support me financially if you would like so. All monies are welcome, so it doesn't matter 10 rubles or 1,000, it doesn't matter. The thing is, it's just for your education. That's my general idea. That's my perspective, because I don't want you to have the same trouble as me, right? So, but today the discussion will be about something new. We will speak about a new moral story, emotional moral story. I'll try to make it emotionally. And we're going to talk about The Leap at Rhodes. It's a very popular childish story about an important moral, what parents trying to teach their kids. And I will read the mini story for you guys, and then I will comment each new vocab with my own thoughts, with my new comments, and I will simplify the text for you. And the first question could be, what does it mean, the leap, right? The leap at Rhodes. Rhodes, it's a name of the city, and the leap, it's the same as a hop or jump, right? When you're jumping, that is a noun of a leap. So let me describe you the whole thing. We will go paragraph from paragraph to paragraph. I will comment new things, new vocabulary, and I will ask you some questions, right? Just to double check your clarification. I mean, do you need the information to be clarified, or it's pretty understandable right away? So my extra questions will help you to remember new words and, you know, to have this podcast more, I would say, interactive, right? Let's begin, shall we? The first paragraph. Once there was a man who visited foreign lands. Once there was a man who visited foreign lands. When he returned, all he could talk about was the wonderful adventures he had and the great deeds he had done. Okay, that's the first paragraph. Very simple. I will ask you a couple of questions first. Was it a man or was it a girl? Yes, there was a man. So the man visited local lands or foreign lands. Yes, there was a man who had visited foreign lands. Foreign means not local. Okay, that's the opposite of local. So if you go to America and you live in Russia, that's your foreign land. So you go to USA, it's a foreign land. If you live in Indonesia and you go to Turkey, the same thing. It's a foreign land. It's a new location. You've never been there, right? It's something not related to your local culture, okay? Foreign. So English language is a foreign language or it's your local language. If you live in USA, it's your local language. But if you live in Russia, it's a foreign language, right? Here you go. So the man had returned or he did not return. He had not returned. Yes, he returned, right? He came back. He came back to his local land and he could talk about something. What he could talk about? He could talk about his wonderful adventures. What does it mean, wonderful adventures? It's an adventure. It's a trip, which is great. Adventure, it's something new, which you've got. When you go to the new place, it's your adventure. You opening the new food, you opening the new grounds, you opening the new people. It's your new experience. It's your new wonderful adventure. So when the man had returned, he could talk only about the wonderful adventures he had. Okay? And another great thing he had talked about. He talked about his great deeds. Do you know what is deeds or deed? Deeds, it's the same as actions that were performed intentionally. Imagine something you're doing consciously with your mind, with your full concentration. That's your deed. You had done something consciously, intentionally. You wanted to do this, and it's a deed. For example, when you want to be a bodybuilder, or if you want to lose weight, every training, successful training, is your deed because it's an action, your training. It's an action that you had followed consciously, intentionally. You paid a lot of attention to it. It's your deed, okay? Another thing, some things can be done subconsciously, right? Automatically. Could you call it deed? Probably no. But something what is your priority is your deed. It's like your achievement, your conscious achievement, your intentional achievement, okay? And the woman had great deeds. Of course not the woman, right? It was a man who had deeds, great achievement, great performances, right? It was just my tricks. So let's go to the second paragraph. One of the feats he told was about leap he made in a city called Rhodes. One of the feats he told was about a leap he made in a city called Rhodes. What does it mean, the feat or feats? Feat, it's the same as achievement. It's something which requires some great courage or skill or strength. It's something important, it's something which you call an achievement. For example, if you had breakfast, is it a feat? No, it's not an achievement because everybody can eat breakfast, right? But something which was done with deed, with a great concentration, probably it's a feat. For example, this lesson. You are trying to learn English. You're learning the language step by step, right? You paying attention. It's you using your deeds. It is your deeds, right? It's the deed which you have been practicing or doing, right? And with these deeds, you're getting the feat, the achievement, right? And we can call it a feat because you had spent your energy, your time. You're very courageous, right? You're brave because you're listening an English language and you're doing it intentionally. It's a feat. It's a feat. One of the feats the man told was about a leap he made in a city called Rhodes. Remember what is a leap? Leap is the same as a jump, right? A beautiful jump. And leap, it's kind of a high jump, right? It's a next level. It's not just a hop, hop, hop. It's not hopping. It's a leap. It's a long jump, maybe very high jump, okay? So a leap he made in a city called Rhodes. So the man, he made a leap in a city called Moscow, New York, or Rhodes. Yes, there was a city and the name was Rhodes, right? And he was swimming there or he made a leap. He made a leap, right? The big jump, right? Did he call it a feat or he didn't call it a feat? Of course, he did. He called it a feat, right? It was one of the feats about his adventures to the city of Rhodes, right? Why it was a feat? Because he had the great deeds, okay? And that's the end of the second paragraph. Let's jump to the next one, number 3. The leap was so great, the man said. No other man can make such a leap. Many persons, many people in Rhodes saw me and can prove I am telling the truth. That's the end of the third paragraph. The leap was so great, the man said. No other man can make such a leap. Many people, many people in Rhodes saw me and can prove I am telling the truth. Does it make sense? Here you go. By the way, in this story, I read the word persons. Grammatically, it's not correct, but it's usable in a daily conversations. So when you see the word persons, it's not correct by official grammar, but it is correct by conversational language. So people, persons, pretty the same, identical. The leap was so great, the man said. No other man can make such a leap. Many persons in Rhodes saw me and can prove I'm telling the truth. So what did the man say? The man said something about the leap, isn't it? Yes, indeed. He said that his leap was very, very bad, isn't it? No. He said that the leap was so great, so powerful, so good. And no other man can make such a leap. It means nobody could do the same. Only himself can make such a leap. Okay? And he said extra, many people in Rhodes, many persons in Rhodes saw himself doing this. So, and these people can prove, can guarantee that he is telling the truth. The man is telling the truth. Okay? I hope it's pretty understandable paragraph. Just a conversation. The man is saying that no other man can make such a leap. No other man can make such a jump. I am super good, he said, right? The leap was so great, so good, so high, right? But you know what? The paragraph number 4 is coming, and the people had a reply on this. Persons said, no need for witnesses, said one who was listening. Imagine that this city is Rhodes and show us how far you can jump. Okay? That's the end of the 4th paragraph. No need for witnesses, said one who was listening. Imagine that this city is Rhodes and show us how far you can jump. Okay? So the man said, one of these people said, no need for witnesses. It means no need for people who saw your jumping. We don't need witnesses. Imagine the court, the place where there is a judge, prosecutor, and the lawyers, right? And there is a witness, the people who saw something. It's a witness. If you have seen something, you are the witness. And there are some witnesses of a specific action of the man. It was the leap, which was so great, right? But the man said, one of the crowd said, no need for witnesses. We don't need these people who had seen something. And he said that, imagine that this city you're standing in is Rhodes, and now show us how far you can jump. So we don't want to listen to your stories, they said, idiomatically. They said, show us the result. We want to see it again. Beautiful, isn't it? So no need for witnesses. Show us how far you can jump. Who said that? The man who jumped, or who had made a leap, or it was a person from a crowd. Indeed, it was a person from a crowd. He didn't believe the words of the man. He wanted to see it with his own eyes. Okay? That's the case. And that is all. What do you think is the moral of this story? The moral is pretty simple, to be honest. So the moral is, it's the deeds that count, not the boasting words. It's the deeds that counts, not the boasting words. It means the actions are very important, not the stupid words, okay? Many people can say many things, right? Some people say, I'm brave, I'm powerful, I'm great, but they do different things. They do opposite things. So words mean nothing, but deeds mean everything. Only the deeds that count. Does it make sense? So the idea is, do not say words. Show the experience, the example, how you can do something. You know, when I was a beginner teacher, I remember that time. It was the coronavirus time. And I remember I was thinking how I want to promote my English teacher career, right? How I want to promote my business. And I had decided, I said to myself, Danila, you should show what you can do. People will see what you can do, and they will decide to study or not to study English with you. Because I can say many words. I could say millions of words that I'm a good teacher. I could teach very nicely. I have an amazing system or program. But it's all BS. It's all bullcrap. It's not true. So the thing is, there are thousands of people who are saying things. You learn English by 3 months. You learn English by 1 day. You learn English by 1 year. Look, English itself is a skill which you can work on your whole life. You can improve the quality of your language day by day. Does not limit yourself. It's only the marketing which says, like, learn English by 3 months. You will speak English by 3 months. Come on, guys. Be realistic. It's not true. Okay, sorry. I'm talking about different things. Let's come back to my story, right? I had thought about this from a perspective of actions. People will see what I could do, what I can do, and they will decide to study or not to study with me. The same thing with this podcast. You can see my skills and you can see, yeah, the guy, he's speaking, that's good. Yeah, he makes some mistakes, but I can see directly how he speaks, what he can do, everything. So you have your own point of view on my perspective, on my school, on my method, whatever. So I'm like an open book for you, right? I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to show you that I'm perfect, whatever. So nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, even the native speakers, right? It's completely normal to make mistakes in this life. Because how the Plato said, when you live in material form, there are no way of perfection come to material form. You can go closer and closer to the perfection, but it's not achievable. That's the case. And that is all for this beautiful topic, guys. I will read the whole story again for you just to revise the whole thing and hope you remember all the new vocab about the deeds, about the boasting words. Boasting means, by the way, it's something stupid, something which not valuable, not which doesn't have any value. Okay, just boasting words, just the words which does not make any sense. People can be self-satisfied about his words. He can say many things. Boasting words, it's just the words which you describe yourself, right? You are very proud, excessively proud of yourself, and that's called boasting. To boast, it's the same as, just giving some praising words about yourself, right? It's to boast something. But boasting words, it's the words which are not valuable from the other perspective. The only person who are saying these words can see the reality, but not the people who are around that person, right? So the moral is clear. Now let's read the whole story again. Once there was a man who visited foreign lands. When he returned, all he could talk about was the wonderful adventures he had and the great deeds he had done. Okay. He had, let me read it again because I think I made a mistake with the pronunciation here. I mean, with a vibe of the statements. So let's read again this part. Once there was a man who visited foreign lands. When he returned, all he could talk about was the wonderful adventures he had and the great deeds he had done. Okay, now it's much nicer. One of the feats, he told, was about a leap he made in a city called Rhodes. The leap was so great, the man said. No other man can make such a leap. Many persons in Rhodes saw me and can prove I am telling the truth. No need for witnesses, said one who was listening. Imagine that this city is Rhodes and show us how far you can jump. Okay, that's the end of the whole story, guys. So it's the deeds that count, not the boasting words. Remember that. It's the deeds that count, not the boasting words. And as for me, I want to say one more time about my upcoming event. Go to emotionalenglish.ru to reserve your seat on our event in the Park Yekaterinsky, Moscow City, 28th of September from 12 to 2:30 p.m. And go to danilabondarenko.ru to check out my personal website with an opportunity to reserve your free tryout lesson. If you have any questions, just write me on Telegram or VK or blocked social media because it's a terrorist organization in Russia. This Facebook and Instagram. You can find me there as well as at Bandarisan. That's all for now. Hope to see you soon, very guys. Oh my God, what I'm saying. I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you guys very soon. Now it makes sense. Thank you all. And I see you very, very soon. Hope you have an amazing day. Learn English emotionally, powerfully, with a lot of pleasure, and enjoy your practice. See ya and have a blessing day. Bye-bye.